Yesterday, I attended our 40th. No, that's not the 40th, but jubilaryan kasi kami, 40 years. I graduated from high school in Colegio de San Juan de Latran in 1977. Just like what I said, I attended. Siguro sa lahat ng homecoming namin, 3 beses daw naka-attend. First, in 25th year namin, then 2 years ago, and this is my last because it's our 40th. And I see to it that I'm there, and I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. Freddie Webb was there. He was one of the speakers. By the way, Freddie Webb is from Latran. He graduated high school in 1960. And he told us to do something. So I'll do it today. So, sabi niya, yakapin ko raw ang mga magulang ko and thank them for letting me study in a good school. If not for my parents allowing me to study in a good school, probably I did not grow up like this. Although, school is not everything. Hindi lahat ay galing sa paaralan. Sabi nga ng isa pa sa mga guro, when I was in college and Nucomm, you only learn 10% of what you can become. The real battle, the real work is out there. But, who are you with when you're out there? That's the important thing. So, I was so thankful I got this. For me, this is more than money. No? Kasi nung araw mahilig kami makipag-away. So, no, really, this is more than money to me because this shows faithfulness and loyalty to my school. And in every person I meet, most especially in church, mahalaga po sa akin yung loyalty. Eh, okay? Kahit medyo, gamitin ko ng word, kahit medyo pasaway ka ng konti, pero loyal ka at faithful. Ibig sabihin, kahit ka nandito, CPR ka, you know, that's a good start. But that's not everything. Attending fellowship is not everything. Attending prayer meetings is not everything. Worship is everything. It doesn't mean that if you're always in fellowship, you're worshiping. It doesn't equate that if you're always in a prayer meeting o napupunta ka sa mission, you're worshiping. It doesn't mean like that. It means nabubuhay ka dahil sa pananampalataya mo. Ano yung pananampalataya? Naririnig mo si Lord tapos ginagawa mo yung sinasabi niya. If you're not doing that, and we're not worshiping. We're just going through the motions. Nagets no? We're just going through the motion. So, first of all, I'd like to thank God for bringing you here. I'd like to thank my parents for giving me a good education. Sabi nga ni Freddie Webb, sabi niya, pag may namimit akong tao, kasi may program siya, may radio program siya, di ba? And then, kasama yata siya sa sa cast ng lalo na Sangre. Sabi niya, pag may na-interview ako, pag may show ako, at tinatanong ko lagi, anong school ka galing? Lagi niya daw kinakongratulate yung kausap niya. Kasi, congratulations, your parents sent you to the second best school in the Philippines. Because the number 1 school in the Philippines. Guess which is the number 1 school? My school, that's right. So, I'd like to move on with the message for today. Tinawag ko itong message na doon na, thank you at higit pa. Thank you at higit pa. Madalas so, big time sa misis ko itong thank you eh. When we give something, when we go out and favor for somebody. Okay? So, I'd like to move on and I'd like to share with you something from the book of Luke, chapter 17, verses 11 to 19. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we just commit this time to you. Allow me to hear your voice. Allow me to be a vessel of your revelation today. I want to worship you in spirit and in truth, and I want to be a part of what you're doing here on earth. I may not be here from earth anymore, but Lord God, I want to be a part of what you're doing. Allow me to see it, allow me to hear it, and allow me to thank you with all my heart and soul. In Jesus' name, Amen. Ito po yung storya ng 10 ketongin na pinagaling ni Jesus. But I'd like to read the verses to you first. Starting from verse 11. This is from Luke chapter 17. Now on his way to Jerusalem, Jesus traveled along the border between Samaria and Galilee. As he was going into the village, 10 men who had leprosy met him. They stood at a distance and called out in a loud voice, Jesus, Master, have pity on us. When he saw them, he said, go show yourself to the priest. And as they went, they were cleansed. One of them, when he saw that he was healed, came back, praising God in a loud voice. He threw himself at the feet of Jesus and thanked him, and he was a Samaritan. Jesus said, were not all 10 cleansed? Where are the 9? Has no one returned to give praise to God except this foreigner? Then he said to him, rise and go, your faith has made you well. I would just like to share with you ano po yung nakita ko habang binabasa ko. Yung iba sinasabi pinag-aaralan. Ako gusto ko basahin, gusto ko nang namin. Kung pag-aralan, okay naman. Diba? Pero gusto ko, pag nagbabasa ko kasi gusto ko marinig yung tinig ni Lord. Anong sasabihin niya dun sa salita niya? So yun yung gusto kong marinig. Hindi yung interpretasyon ko. But I'd like to share with you some of the insights I see here. In verse 11 it says, now on his way to Jerusalem, Jesus traveled along the border between Samaria and Galilee. What do you think? Bakit papunta si Jesus sa Jerusalem? What is the place of Jerusalem to the Jews? I think it is Passover. I think it's about time for the Jews to worship. Jerusalem is the place of worship. The Samaritans, they worship in the mountains. But the Jews, they worship in Zion. They worship in Jerusalem. We can worship in our homes, we can worship in a workplace. But every Sunday, we come here because we believe in our hearts, this is our place of worship. And for us, this is our home. This is our house where God meets us. God can meet us everywhere. Kahit saan po, pwede tayong katagpuin ng Diyos. Pero nagtatalaga tayo ng isang lugar to be committed. Magsasama-sama kami ng spiritual na pamilya ko every Sunday, alas 9 hanggang alas 11. Dahil yon ang bahay, sambahayan namin. You gets now? So Jesus was on his way. But Jesus, other than yung pakay niyang mag-worship, sinasadya niya minsan na dumaan sa mga lugar kung saan pwede pa siyang higit na mag-worship. Meaning, he uses his gift, he uses his anointing, he uses his purpose to reach out to people. But kaya siya dumaan sa border ng Galilee at ng Samaria? Marami yung unbelievers doon. Sinasadya po niya. And I hope sa ating pagpunta rito, o sa ating pagpunta sa trabaho, o sa ating pagpunta saan man pakay, sinasadya nating dumaan sa mga lugar kung saan pwede tayong magbahagi ng pag-ibig, pag-asa ng Panginoon. Yan mo si Jesus. Kung may gagayahin man tayo sa Biblia, okay na yun. Gayahin si David, gayahin si Moses, gayahin si Joseph, yung tinatawag ko tayong Joseph anointing. I would not rely on anointing of another person. I would rather have the anointing of Jesus. Kayo. Diba? Because all of this character points out to Jesus. Abraham, Moses, Jacob, they all point out to Jesus. David points out to Jesus. So doon ka na sa urig. Sabi mo sa katabi mo, doon ka na sa urig. Yeah. So Jesus went on and he was walking. As he was going into the village, 10 men who had leprosy met him. Okay. Nag-research ako ng konti tungkol sa leprosy. Ayoko na hong ipakita sa inyo yung mga picture ng mga may ketong. Meron na ho ba nakakita rito ng may ketong? Louie, nakakita ka na. Manuel, nakakita ka na. Sino pa? Ano ang unang reaction mo? Would you want to get close to them? You don't even want to see someone who has leprosy. Ako honestly, ayoko. Kasi highly emotional ako. Okay? Pero si Jesus, hindi siya natatakot eh. During his time, it's a no-no to approach someone who has leprosy. By the way, leprosy is brought about by the bacteria. Okay? Ito po yung minsan namamanhid yung mga nerves. Kaya minsan nasusugatan ka, hindi mo alam. And then meron mo nangyayari within you, minsan yung laman mo nauubos, minsan nawawala. Talagang napakahirap na sakit. At sabi nga ho ng mga guro nung araw, yung mga rabbis, healing of a leper is just like raising somebody from the dead. Ganun ho, parang ka-imposible nung araw ang gumaling mula sa kepong. Pero ito si Jesus, sinadya niyang dumaan. Don't you think Jesus knows that meron siya makikita ng gano'n? Sinadya niya. At it's no-no to hold somebody who has leprosy. Also, yung term pong leprosy, it was Greek and translated to English. It could not, hindi maaari pong iba-ibang klase siya ng skin diseases. Okay? Kasi noon naman po walang specification, basta skin disease, they call it leprosy. Okay? Baka rashes lang, but for them, it's a bad thing. So, nagpatuloy ho si Jesus, and when the 10 lepers saw him, they stood at a distance and called out in a loud voice, "Jesus, Master, have pity on us." Ang may ketongin po, ang kanyang respiratory system ay hindi na gumagana na masyado. Apektado na rin. Tama po, doktor. Apektado na rin. For that person to shout aloud is a great effort. "Jesus, Master! Have pity on us!" Gaano kayang kalakas yun? Minsan mo kasi sa ating tinig, napaparamdam natin, napapahayag natin, napapahiwatig natin kung gaano tayo kadesperado. Imagine ninyo, may sakit. Wala nang gamot. Naghihintay na lang na maubos ang balat niya at katawan. Biglang dumating ang pag-asa. Anong gagawin nyo? Anong gagawin natin? Alam natin na ang taong ito, ang tanging kamilang pag-asa. Anong gagawin mo? Wala ka namang pera. At ang pag-asang yan is available for each and every one of us. Minsan, wala naman po tayo sigurong sakit na keto, pero hindi ko tayo accepted sa society. Siguro dahil sa ugali natin dati. Siguro nabalitaan nila na ganito ka, ganito ako. Iniiwasan tayo ng tao. May kasabihan nga tayo sa Tagalog eh. Iniiwasan ka na para bang meron kang keto. And it's not necessarily dahil meron kang sakit. Ayaw nila sa atin. And there are times, people, minsan, hindi dahil may ketong ang mga Kristiyano. Minsan, pag alam ng taong may Kristiyano, ayaw na nilang lumapit. Bakit eh? Minsan iniiwasan tayo ng mga tao. So, dapat umayos-ayos tayo. I hope, para hindi tayo iwasan, let's not only deliver the good news, let's always be the good news. Na yung pag nandyan ka, hindi pwedeng mag-umpisang party kung wala ka. At kung wala ka pa, hinahanap ka. Hindi yung, kung dumating ka, okay lang. Kung nandyan ka, okay rin. Kung nandyan ka, di ka naman pinapansin. Yesterday, I attended. Alas 8 pa lang noon, alas 8:30 ng umaga, nasa school na ako. Kasi I volunteered to help me distribute to homecoming shirts namin. Pagdating na alas 10, naantok na ako. But sige lang, because I want to serve. I want to serve my batchmates. Nakakatuwa. Yung iba, tinitingnan namin. Meron ako kasi kung mga partners na, pag nawala kami sa classroom, hanapin mo kami sa bilyaran kami dalawa. Sorry ma, ginagawa ko yan. So, nakaupo lang kami dalawa doon. Yan, sino yan? Hindi ko nakatandaan. Nag-iba na yung mukha eh. Sige, tingnan natin. Tapos tatanong kami sa iba, sino yan? Yan. Yung iba, hindi rin nila ako matandaan kasi nung bata ako, kamukha ako si Tito Soto. Diba? Eh ngayon, kamukha ako na si Aga Mula. Hindi, ayaw ng misis ko. Kamukha ako si Eddie Hernandez. Yan. Para mas maganda, kamukha ko si Andrew Hernandez. So, payato ako ng araw. So, yung iba, pag hinag ko silang ganyan, alam niyo naman ako kumamay, di ba? Pag kinamayan ko, hinahag ko. Pag ako si Leo, ha? Pero most of the people recognize me because they see me in Facebook. Pero yung iba, hindi ko na mo talaga makilala. Kasi dati, bawa, ang katawan, Joey, tayo ka. Yan. Nung high school kami, ganyan lang yung katawan niya. Aaron, tayo ka. Yung reunion namin, ganyan na. Oh. So, hindi ko na talaga makikita. Thank you. Para ho siyang, naging green. Ano yung naging green? Naging hug. So, yung kaibigan ko. Ayan. So, natutuwa ho kami. But one thing I appreciate most is, kami ho lagi, homecoming yung pinakamaraming batch. We're about 100. Sorry to say, 29 of us have passed on. Wala na ho sila. At hindi ba, kinamulungkot naman namin bangga. Pero kami ho yung close talaga. Why am I saying this? I'm so thankful for that closeness. Sabi nga ho ng bandmaster ng Gatran, and this happens in every school. Di ba sa school, di naman lahat bati-bati. May factions din doon. May iba-ibang fraternity din doon. Di ba? There are two major societies in our school. One is Fraternal All-Girl Knights, FROPS, and ours, Animal Society. So, pag nandun kami sa loob ng compound, nagbabanggaan din kami. May Apollo, may Tau Gamma. But this is what our band leader said. He's almost 80 na rin. Sabi niya, Letran may be composed by people with different mindsets and different backgrounds. Pero wag mong kakantiin ng taga-Letran. Letran is Letran. Ano man ang background nila. Paglabas nila, Letran sila. Hindi nila dala-dala ang pangalan ng fraternity nila. And I hope the church should be like that. Paglabas nyo rito, ang dala niya yung pangalan, the most beautiful name. The name of Jesus. Why? Because you thank Him so much. I want you to close your eyes, everybody. Think of one simple thing that you're so thankful about that Jesus did to you. What is it ang pinagpapasalamat mo kay Jesus? Siguro dahil maganda ka, guwapo ka, siguro dahil magandang trabaho mo, may magandang negosyo, nakakapag-aral ang mga anak mo sa mabuting paaralan, magaling magluto ang misis mo, at magaling ka naman maglaba. There's so many things we can be thankful for. Just like a while ago, we were thanking God for the weather. But thanksgiving is intentional. We have to be conscious to give thanks. Pag kumakain mo kami sa labas ng misis ko, or napansin ko ng mga kasama namin lagi, hindi pupunta ang waiter sa tabi ko na hindi ako nagpapasalamat sa kanya. Pag binigyan niya ako ng tubig, thank you. Pag inutusan ko siya, thank you. Nakaka-10, 12 thank you ako pag kumakain ko. It starts there. It starts with little things, appreciating little things, and be thankful for it. Nagtithank you ako kasi hindi madali mag-waiter. Sino ba nakaranas mag-waiter na waiter? Ayun, si Rex. Kinikwento niya sa akin minsan. Hindi niya naman, nauubos na yung pasensya niya sa customer. You're not just thanking a person because they serve you or gave you something. You thank them because in their minds, they're sacrificing it. It's a sacrifice to serve somebody else. Don't you think so? Do you think I want to be here in front? All the time? But I have my body as a living sacrifice unto the Lord. Intentional. I have to be here. And I love it. I enjoy it. Sometimes when I'm sitting there and Jenny's talking here, sinasabi niya, nagtatang si Jenny. And I'm there. There are times I'm not okay. Then I will step up here. Okay? Lord, I'm ready to receive from you. It's not me but you. And I give it away. All I can say is thank you, Lord. Alam mo yung dapat mangyari sa mga tao mo. Just do it. And sometimes leaders gets in the way in the growth of their people. Kaya nga sabi ko, just call me Kuya Leo. Simplihan mo natin yung buhay natin. Huwag natin gawing komplikado. Okay? Cool? Cool. So sumigaw. Sumigaw yung mga ketongin. They call out from a distance kasi hindi sila pwedeng lumapit. Alam nila, hindi sila pwedeng lumapit. Nakabalot yun. May balot sila. Kadalasan dito. Pero pag medyo naagnas na yung katawan nila, binabalutan nila. Para silang walking mummy. So nasa tabi lang sila. Umuungo lang sila. But these people, they cried out in a loud voice because they believe their hope is here. Their hope of healing is coming. And Jesus answered them. When he saw them, he said, "Go show yourselves to the priest." Di ba pag nag-pray tayo kay Jesus, may gusto tayong answer? Pag humihiling tayo, di ba? Lord, gusto ko. And then, God speaks something otherwise. May sinasabi siyang iba. Hindi yan ang hinihingi ko sa Lord. Ano kayang pakiramdam ng mga ketomen? Na-expect nila, ito na yung pag-asa namin, galing na kami. Pag nagsalita to, boom! So, ang sabi niya, go show yourself to the priest. So kung hinihinga, ini-expect mo, Lord, gusto ko ng kotse. Yung joke. Diba? Joke, pero hindi yung biro lang ha. Gusto ko yung totoo, Lord. Pero kung totoo lang, gusto ko ng joke. Okay? Kung bibigyan niyo ako sa Christmas, joke, kulay pula. Joke. Yan. O sabi ni Lord, mag-aral kang mag-trade. Hindi, Lord, gusto ko joke. Ayan, si Lord, mag-aral kang mag-trade. Diba? Hindi ka pwedeng, aanhin mo yung joke kung hindi ka marunong mag-trade. Yan, tanongin mo yung sarili mo. Aanhin mo yung kotse kung hindi ka marunong drive. Ay, kukuha ako ng driver. Fine. Anong pakinabangan siya? Wala kang natutunan. Minsan humihingi ko tayo ng mga bagay na walang kapakinabangan sa ating growth. Ito lang. Dahil ang gusto natin, dahil na, let's claim it! Let's claim it! Huwag mo i-claim kung di mo narinig. Kaya ka nakaka-claim ng premyo mo kasi alam mong nanalo ka. Di ba? Pumunta ka doon sa Pure Gold, kiniklaim ko na yung premyo ko, nanalo ka ba? When you hear it from the Lord, iyan ho yung palpak ng marami. Hindi nila narinig kay Lord. Please claim it, claim it. Tapos matidisappoint, magagalit kay Lord. Pakinggan mo si Lord. Kaya CPR is very important. Prayers are very important, not only here, but every day of our lives. Because prayer is listening, prayer is less talking. Kasi pag maingay ka, hindi yung maririnig si Lord. Totoo lang. So before you claim something, be sure it came from the Lord. At ito, nagsalita si Jesus, go show yourselves to the priest. Why? Because noong pong panahon ni Jesus, ang kautusan po, pag may sakit ka, ang mga saserdote ang naghahayag kung ikaw ay clean or unclean. Sila ho yung parang hindi namang doktor, but sila ho ang binigyan ng authority ng Panginoon para, ikaw malinis ka, okay ka lang. Ikaw marumi ka, labas ka ng city for several days. Pag okay ka na, pakita ka uli sa akin, pwede ka na makisalamuha sa mga tao. Ganun ho sila. Ganun sila ka-stricto. Ngayon ho, kahit umuupo tayo sa harap ng kausap, maging sensitive naman tayo, hindi tayo makahawa. Di ba? Hindi naman sa nandidire. Tayo mismo, alagaan natin yung kapwa natin. Kung ayaw mo alagaan yung katawan, at least man na yung kapwa mo. Kaya nga tinuturuan tayo, pag umuupo ka, either o takpan mo yung bibig mo. Uso na ngayon yung mask, di ba? Alam mo kung may sipon o may ubo, nagmamask sila. Pero pwede naman ibalik. Mas okay, di ba? Pero siyempre, yung good manners, mas okay pa rin. Yan. Turuan natin sa sarili at sa ating mga anak. So, show yourselves to the priest. Yun ang sabi ni Jesus. Ginawa ba nila? And as they went, sumunod! Sumunod sila. Bakit? Ba't kaya? Una, kautusan yun eh. Pangalawa, bakit kaya sila sumunod? Tingin nyo. Tama si Doktora. Gusto na nilang gumaling. Kahit anong sabihin nitong taong to, alam namin, sugo ng Panginoon to, gagawin namin. So sinabi, show yourself to the priest. Sila nagreklamo. They went straight to the priest. And as they went, basahin nyo, they were cleansed. Pag si Jesus napapagaling, hindi ho yan yung may marka pa. Kung naalala nyo si Naaman sa Book of Kings, I think. May keto ho siya, general ho siya. Sabi sa kanya ni Elisha, maglublub ka 7 beses. Sabi niya, ang dami-daming magagandang ilog dun sa amin. Nagpunta pa ako rito para lang marinig yung sinasabi mo. It's the same thing. Ang sabi ni Elisha, maglublub ka 7 beses. So umalis yung general. Ang sabi ng kalalay ng general, sabi niya, man of God yan. Kung ano yung sinasabi niya, it may sound stupid. Just obey him. Kasi minsan, yung konsepto natin ng maganda at mabuti, diba? Meron ho tayong logic na taliwas. God's ways are higher than ours. Minsan binabasag ho tayo, yung karunungan natin, binabasag ni Lord. Pag sobra tayong marunong, hindi ho tayo matututo kay Lord. Totoo lang. Yung laging sinasabi ni ate na yun, acne. Pag marami ho tayong alam, hindi tayo makakapagpasalamat kay Lord. Kasi we think we're sufficient. Hindi ko kailangan yung knowledge ni Lord. Ang kailangan ko lang yung blessing. But the knowledge of the Lord plus understanding gives us blessing. So if you want to be blessed, listen to the Lord all the time. So si Naaman, bumalik siya, pakumbaba siya, lumublob siya. After 7 times, ang sabi ko ng Biblia, nalinis po ang kanyang balat at kasing linis siya ng balat ni Trevor. Pakitaas nga si Trevor. Para daw baby eh. Na-cleanse yung balat niya, nagbalik doon sa complexion na parang baby. At siguro po ganun din ang nangyari dito. Kasi ganun, alam nga naman, yung sinaaman, ganitong pagpapagaling kayo, lalagyan ko kayo ng konting pachi-pachi. No, Jesus is the God yesterday, today, and forevermore. Kung ganun niya pinagaling yung isa, ganun, it's the same. So lahat ho tayo, may pag-asang gumaling. Sabihin mo sa katabi mo, may pag-asa ka pa. Sirama ng ulo mo, gagaling ka dahil kay Jesus. Matigas, sabihin mo sa katabi mo, matigas man ang ulo mo, gagaling ka dahil kay Jesus. Eksperto ho si Jesus sa pagpapalambot ng puso at pagpapalambot ng ulo. Paano ho pinapalambot ang karne at baboy? Magbabad lang ho tayo. Kaya come to me. Magbabad ho tayo sa presensya ni Lord, lalambot tayo. Yun lang yun. Yesterday, sabi ko, mga 10 uuwi na ako, may kasabay ko kung tatlong classmates ko. Sabi niya, sabay na kami siya. Sige, dyan lang naman umuwi sa Tandon. So, isa sa Mindanao out, isa sa Libera. Alam niyo yung Libera? Sa may Fisher Mall. Before we left, mga 9 na yun, nagbigay ng honors para sa mga teachers. Yeah, 40 years, 35 years, grabe. Inikwenta ko, kung taon na ako. 60 plus na po. Yung kaklase ko. Ayun, maganda niyang dati. Pero maganda pa rin sila ngayon. Yeah, maganda pa rin. Siyempre, pag estudyante ka, may mga crush kang teachers, di ba?
Eh, mga teachers namin sa Lutron, mukhang artista talaga. Ito lang, mga mukhang artista. Yung mga lalaki mukhang artista na, pero kontrabida. So, yung isa napansin ko, her name is Miss Demakulangan Daes na siya ngayon. Naka-wheelchair siya. So kahit ang saya-saya, ipaglukuhan naman sa mga kaibigan ko. Hindi ko lang anong gagawin ko dito. So nag-ikot muna ako. Sumugot ako ng lakas ng loob. Kaya Lord, ikot ako. Hinanap yung mga kaibigan. Ang kwento ko lang. And then the Holy Spirit spoke to me. Pray for her. Buo ko sa harapan. Eh, paalis na silang mag-asawa. Sabi ko, wait man, can I pray for you? Ganun na lang talaga, hindi na ako, I'm sure. So tinawag ko yung mga kakilala kong classmates ko na Christian din. Nag-pray ko, and I declare God's blessing, restoration, healing upon her, from the top of her head to the soles of her feet. Yan ako mag-pray lagi. Pagkatapos ko mag-pray, sabi niya, naramdaman ko yung init. Naramdaman ko. And she asked me, sino ka? Si Leo, ma'am. Leo Hernandez? Yes. Thank you so much. Sabi niya. Kung kaya lang ako nandun mula alas 8 ng umaga hanggang alas 10 ng gabi at yun lang ang pinagawa sa akin ni Lord. Thank you, Lord. Praise God. Hindi pa may bonus pa eh. Meron akong schoolmate, mas bata sa akin. Ito si Leo, ito tumulong sa akin when I was down. Yung words of encouragement niya mula kay Lord, yun ang nagpatatag sa akin. And it's okay. It's the Word of God. Kung ano yung sasabihin ni Lord, yun ang mahalaga. So pag nagsalita si Lord at alam natin galing kay Lord, kahit hindi logical, sundin natin. Go, show yourself to the priest, and as they went, they were cleansed. So nagmadali siguro, una ako. One of them, when he saw that he was healed, as they went So hindi na sila umabot dun sa priest, as they went. Pero ang utos ni Jesus, okay? Ang utos ni Jesus sa kanila, pumunta kayo sa sacerdote. So siguro yung isipan nila, kailangan makarating kami sa sacerdote. Ganun talaga tao, di ba? Kung ano yung inutos sa'yo, gusto mo matapos. But this one is different. One of them, when he saw that he was healed, came back. Hindi siya nagtuloy. Hindi siya nagtuloy dun sa sacerdote para pakita yung sarili niya. Praising God in a loud voice. How do you think, how loud is that voice? Kung kanina malakas na yung boses niya, sira yung baga niya. Eh ngayon restored na siya. Gaano kaya kalakas ang sigaw ng napagaling na ito? Tanong, sa tingin mo ba napagaling ka na ni Jesus? Mag-isip muna kayo. Gaano ka kalakas sumigaw? Pag nag-praise and worship, pansinin mo, gaano ka kalakas sumigaw? Kahapon pinakit ko kami ng aming alumni president. Ayun. Ako lagi ko na niya tinatawag. Tawagan si mga akit tayo lahat. One rin ba detran? Cheerleader ako na yung buong college. Ginugol ko sa cheer. Kaya malakas yung boses ko. We were trained to shout from the hardcore. Kailangan umabot ng bleachers. One rin ba detran! So, imagine niyo kung gaano katindi yung bigay namin. One rin ba detran! Lahat po kami. Talagang nayayanig yung gym. Kapatid, pag binibigas mo rin yung pangalan ni Jesus, kailangan kalakas. Mga magulang, pag tinatawag mo yung anak mo at uutusan mo, Ria, halika nga rito! Gaano kalakas? Pag pagagalitan mo yung anak mo, gaano kalakas mo tinatawag yung pangalan nila? Tanong, pag sinasamba natin si Jesus, gaano kalakas natin binibigkas ang pangalan niya? Hindi ko masasagot yan. Kayo makakasagot niya. Gaano kalakas? Ang tanong kasi doon may ginawa ba si Jesus sa buhay niya? Kayo rin makakasagot niya. Nagpapasalamat ka ba? O do you think you're entitled? Eh, kailangan, Diyos siya eh. Siya si Jesus, kailangan tulungan niya ako. Kailangan bang gawin ni Jesus na tulungan tayo? Kailangan ba niyang pagalingin yun? Yung mga kaitongin, I don't think so. When Jesus, this was an instance, when Jesus went to the pool of Siloam, isa lang pinangalan niya. Ang daming may sakit to. And these people humble themselves before God. And that's very important. When we say thank you, we're humbling ourselves. When we say thank you, ibig sabihin, may natanggap tayo na maaring hindi natin kayang gawin sa sarili natin, natulungan tayo, sinasabi natin, Mano, salamat. And I received those yesterday. Pag uwi ko, nag-text pa ako dun sa kaibigan ko kasi yung sumabay sa akin ng umaga. Pag uwi ko, nakalimutan ko sabihin, uuwi na ako. So naiiwan siya, sabi ko, pare, pasensya na. Umalis na kami. Sabi niya, okay lang. Pero nag-thank you, sabi ko, for having a great and awesome day. Sabi niya, no bro, I should thank you because you volunteered. So I was thanked for volunteering. I was thanked because I prayed for somebody. I was thanked because years ago I helped someone. Hindi lang yun. Nung nakapila kami, dahil sa medalyang ito, yung isang classmate ko, lumapit sa akin, bro, I'm so glad that you're a preacher. Thank you and continue. So hindi ko talaga, yung mga thank you natin, sa salita ni Lord, hindi ko talaga tayo pwedeng secret agent eh. Kailangan mo talagang ipaalam. Kanino ka ba? Pag suot ko to, at nabasa niyo yung nakalagay dito, Deus Patria Letra. Ruby Jubilar. Tapos andito ko ang emblem ng aking paalam. Alam mo, kung taga saan ako. Pag suot ko to, anong suot mo? Anong sinasabi mo? Thanksgiving is one of the best words a kingdom person can ever utter. Dahil marunong ka lang magpasalamat, makikita ng mundo ang kaibahan mo. Kahit waiter lang, maalala niya, yung taong kumain dito kahapon, nakalaping 2 thank you sa akin. Don't you think that will make his day? Maging iba naman tayo kung sa iba. I trained the worship team na pag kumakain kami sa Jollibee, sa McDonald's, linisin natin ang lamesa, iniwan na, dinat na nating malinis, iwanan natin. Sino ang naglilinis dito ng kinainan nila? Pag nasa McDonald's, Jollibee, sino? Honestly, don't you think the waiters and the bash people will thank you? Ay, salamat, wala na ako dyan. But more than that, it's an expression of how different we are. Sinasadya mo yan eh. Hindi yan naghihintay ka ng pagkakataon. Gumagawa tayo ng pagkakataon. Now, Jesus was on his way to Jerusalem. Intentionally, he passed by between Samaria and Galilee. To get people's gratitude, kailangan sadyain talaga. But we're doing them a favor when we serve them. Kasi they will abound in thanksgiving. So ang nangyari, one of them, when he saw that he was healed, came back praising God in a loud voice. Praise Jesus, praise God, thank you Lord, I am healed. What else could he say? Paulit-ulit, sometimes siguro, nananawa tayo kasi tuwing pumunta tayo sa church, praise God, praise Jesus, yung sinasabi natin. Well, that's okay in the beginning. But while sabi nga natin, importante mag-devotions. Kung nag-devotions tayo, marami ko tayong masasabi kay Lord. Kwento mo kay Lord. Ano yung ginawa niya sa'yo? Lord, maraming salamat po. Wala akong biyahe, pero ang dami kong pasahero, Lord God. Bigla na nag-pray ako, Panginoon, dumating yung mga pasahero, hindi ako magtanda o gaga. Kwento mo. That's praising God. Nasanay mo kasi tayo ng praise the Lord, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Alam na ni Lord doon, siya nagbigay sa atin nun. Ang gustong marinig ni Lord yung kwento natin ng thanksgiving and praise. Let's try that. Pag wala, alam mo ang pinakamagandang lyrics ng praise and worship? Yung kwento ng pasasalamat nating lahat. At sabay-sabay tayo, habang tumutugtog yung ating banda, nagpapasalamat tayo kay Lord. What do you think would happen? So ganun mo yung ginawa ng isa. He threw himself at Jesus' feet and thanked Him. He threw himself. Nagpatira pa siya sa paanan ni Jesus. Yung ibang kilala ko, matatanda na sa paglilingkod, sabi nila, there's no worship when no one bows down. Pag walang nagpapatira pa, walang pagsamba. So, gawin natin na every Sunday magpatira pa. Pero ang pagpapatira pa po, ang pinaka-esensya ko niyan is humility. Humility is not what the Filipinos do. Makikiraan po. Saan tutunan nyo? No? Kaya siguro ang baba-baba ng tingin natin sa sarili natin mga Pilipino. Mahilig natin ibaba yun. Makikiraan po. Pwede, makikiraan po. Pwede naman, di ba? Excuse me po. Pwede naman. Kailangan pang gumanyo. Di ba yung action natin eh? And then we will blame other people, we will blame God. And that doesn't result to thanksgiving kasi walang nangyayari sa atin. No, kailangan palitan na natin talaga ito, palitan natin yung mga pamamaraan natin para makita natin yung benepisyo ng pagiging mamamayan ng kaharian ng Diyos. So ito pong pinagaling ni Jesus na dating ketongin, isa sa 10 ay nagpatira pa sa kanyang paanan, nagpasalamat. At ito, importante ko ito, i-mention ni Jesus, He was a Samaritan. Samaritans don't worship in Jerusalem. They don't recognize Jesus. They're still waiting for a Messiah. Alam nila there's a coming Messiah because a Samaritan is half Jew, half Gentile. Noong panahon ni na Abraham hanggang Jesus, 2 klase lang ho ang citizenship sa mundo. Ayon sa pananaw ng mga Hudyo. It's either you're a Jew or not. Non-Jews are called Gentiles. Okay? And Gentiles, so hindi sila reptiles, so tao sila. Hindi sila mukhang crocodile o alligator. Gentiles, hentil, yun ang tawag sa kanila. Pagdating na Hudyo. So, ang mga Samaritano po ay half Jew, half Gentile. So, nalahian po sila ng ibang dugo. But ganun pa man, pinuri ng Panginoong Jesus, ito na ito. Most probably, yung ibang siguro Hudyo yun. So, alam nyo naman ang kwento ng mga Hudyo. Pag nakuha nila yung gusto na in the history of the Bible, ganun mo sila. Sila yung welcome nila si Jesus. Pagdating ng kagipitan, sila yung nagpapapako kay Jesus. Diba? And minsan nakikita rin natin yon. Hingi tayo ng hingi ng blessing kay Jesus. Sinabihan tayo may pagagawa sa atin. Ah, Lord, may gagawin ako. Gets nyo? Sabihin mo sa katabi mo, hindi ikaw yun. Ha? Mabait ka. Sabihin mo, sumusunod ka kay Lord. Dahil mabait ka, kukunin ka na ni Lord. Sa presence, hindi kukunin ka dun sa, iahon ka. Katulad nito, iniahon sila dun sa paghihirap nila. So it doesn't matter anymore. Jesus was just specific kasi It's parang second to impossible na ang isang Samaritano ay magpasalamat, magpatira pa at sumamba ng ganon dahil hindi nga sila sumasamba sa Jerusalem sa bundok. May iba silang klase ng pagsamba, magkahalo yung worship of the real God and a pagan way of worship. So nirecommend niya, pero yung response ni Jesus ay ganito. Jesus asked, were not all 10 cleansed? Hindi ba 10 yung nalinis at napagaling? Nasaan yung siyam? Has no one returned to give praise to God except this foreigner? Sino kaya kinakausap ni Jesus dito? Could be, tama si Glenn. Could be his disciples. Or probably he's just thinking out loud. But most of the time when he travels, he's with his disciples. Okay? Kung meron ho kayong inaalagaan, mga tao sa church, you don't have to be... Meron ho ako nakitang post. Nakilala ko itong batang to. It's about nearly 30s. Sabi niya, nag-post siya sa akin, Kuya, gusto ko yata mag-pastor para maalagaan ko ng mainam yung mga kabataan sa church. Hindi ko niya sa sinagot. Kasi pag sinagot ko siya, sasalansangin ko siya. Hindi mo kailangan mag-pastor para mag-alaga. Mga magulang, pastor ba kayo? Nag-aaral ba kayo sa Bible school para alagaan yung mga anak nyo? It's the same thing. Kung paano nyo inalagaan yung tunay nyong anak, ganun lang yun. You don't have to go to Bible school, but it's good. I'm not saying going to Bible school is bad, no? But kung pag-aalaga at pag-aalaga rin naman, hindi ho ituturo yun sa Bible school. Ang nakakapagturo ng pag-aalaga ay si Jesucristo. At not unless maranasan natin yung pag-aalagang yon, hindi ho natin maipapasa ng todo, ng higit pa. We just thank God. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. But beyond that, wala na. Hanggang salita na lang. So kung alaga lang, huwag mo natin problemahin. Sasagutin ko rin siya one of these days. Kung gusto mo alagaan, alagaan mo. Kung gusto niyo mag-aral, sabay-sabay kayo mag-aral. Basahin niyo sabay-sabay yung salita. Hindi ko po dinidiscount ang kahalagahan ng pag-aaral. Please don't get me wrong. Okay? Pero kung maglilingkad ka sa Panginoon, hindi naman kailangan yung may pinag-aralan ka. Wala naman pinag-aralan ng mga disciples, hindi lahat siya nag-aaral. Even Jesus did not. He was taught by His Father. He was taught by His Spirit, the best teacher of all. So, Jesus considered the Samaritan a foreigner. Napansin niya, come on, 10 silang lumapit sa akin. Isa lang nag-tithes. Ay, di ba 10? Yung isa doon, 1/10 is, di ba 10%? So, isa lang yung nag-tithes. Isa lang yung nagpasalamat. Well, this is a number also na kailangan ma-challenge tayo. Dapat sa church natin, at least 90% marunong magpasalamat. Why? Kasi yung 10%, baka yun yung mga bago. Tuturuan pa lang. But for us who has been here for 8 years at hindi pa tayo marunong magpasalamat, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and thank Him. Okay? Why don't we stop for a while and again thank the Lord? Wala akong pinipiling panahon ng pagpapasalamat eh. But this time, kanina sabi ko sa inyo, pumikit kayo and thank the Lord. This time, I want you to open your mouth. Magsalita kayo, thanking Him. Kwento sa Kanya yung pinagpapasalamat niya. Thanking Him na naririnig niyo yung tinig niyo. Kahit kailan. Ibilang ko na ito, okay? 1, 2, 3. Salamat po, Panginoon. You know, I encourage you, practicein niyo yun sa bahay. Mga magulang, sabay-sabay kayo ng mga anak mo. Pasalamatan natin si Lord. That's why kaya tayo nagpe-pray eh. Practice this, let's change it. Hindi isang tao lang ang magpe-pray pagkakain. Tayo o nanay, bumilang kayo. Pasalamat tayo kay Lord. 1, 2, 3. Hindi yung laging play. Yung pray, nagiging play eh. Play. Si tatay lagi. O si Junior lagi. Hindi ko play. Pray! Yung play kasi parang repeat lang, di ba? Hindi ko play. Play. Pwede ko bang maasahan yun? Okay? Gumagahan, tanghalian, hapunan. Mga tatay, mga nanay. Bumilang kayo. Sabay sabi ni Pastor, ito, takasan ko ng sinasabi ko sa inyo, gawin natin. Sabay-sabay mag-pray, hindi isang tao lang. Dahil hindi lang naman isang taong kakain eh. Tama? O lahat turuan, magpasalamat. At pag nagawa niya, pag nagpunta kayo rito, kahit saan kayo magpunta, matututo kayo magpasalamat. So bagamat napansin ni Jesus na isa lang sa 10 ang nagpasalamat, ang nagpuri, ang bumalik. Kasi siguro iniisip nila, show myself to the priest. Para, di ba, sabihin ng priest, malinis ka na, pwede ka na uling bumalik sa community mo. Wala namang masama. Kasi makakabalik na sila kasi outcast sila. Hindi sila pwedeng sumama sa normal na community. Merong lugar, parang ngayon, merong Tala Leprosario. No, wala naman leprosario. Meron talagang designated na lugar at mga kuweba, andun lang sila. Yun ang kanilang leprosario. So hindi sila pinapansin. Maybe mga kamag-anak, nagdadalan sila ng pagkain. Pero hindi sila pwedeng makihalubilo. So siguro yung siyang, ang inisip nila, sige, saan ka na lang ako babalik? Didiretso muna ako doon sa pare. Kasi yun naman ang sabi nung nagpagaling sa akin eh. Yun ang sabi ni Jesus. Pag sinabi ng clean, babalik ako. Babalik ako sa community ko, sabihin ko, ay, nilinis na ako ni Jesus. Pero itong isang to, hindi. Hindi mo na ako pupunta doon. Kasi paano ako makakapunta doon? Anong sasabihin ng pupuntahan ko kung walang ginawa itong kausap ko ngayon? Minsan mo masyado tayo, ito yung gagawin ko, ito yung gagawin ko, ito yung dapat gawin. Nakakalimutan mo natin na si Jesus kasama natin. Nung sinabi ni Jesus, go to the priest and show yourself. As they went, gumaling na sila. Nakakailang steps pa kaya siya? Naku, malayo pa yung priest. Dito na lang ako sa priest na malapit. Pasalamat siya. Marami ko sa atin. And sometimes even nakakalimutan natin ito. Na siya na napakalapit sa atin, ang siya pa nating nakakalimutan. Huwag na yung damit, huwag na yung pagkain, huwag na yung tubig, yung hangin na lang na hinihinga natin. Imagine natin, hubot-hubot tayo lahat, talagang walang pagkakasala. Yung hangin na lang na hinihinga natin. If the Lord said, stop! What happens to all of us? What if suddenly, right now, God takes away His Spirit? What happens? We all die. Hindi natin naiisip yun eh. Kasi masyado tayo. Sabi ni Lord, gawin ko to yung ministry. Buta ako doon. And we don't even thank Him for the little things that are more important than the ministry that we're thinking about. Ministry is good. But the best thing is being with the Lord. Being at His feet, thanking and praising Him. Because from that position, marami hong mas magagandang ministry ang nasa puso ni Jesus na gusto niyang ipagawa sa atin. All we have to do is start thanking Him. Meron nga akong talata sa Biblia. Pag may hiningi ka raw, magpasalamat ka na natanggap mo na yung hiningi mo. At kung hindi ko natin to alam, hingi pa rin tayo ng hingi. Lord, natanggap ko na yung kotse, hintayin ko na lang. Lord, natanggap ko yung anak, hintayin ko na lang lumabas. Okay? 4 na buwan na lang. Tama ba? 4 na buwan na lang. Ha? 3 buwan na lang? Okay. 3 buwan na lang. Pasasaran daw ni Kim tong sunny side. Diba? Minsan we're so busy thinking of what to do, we forget the one who blesses us with everything to be able to do it. Let's spend time in the feet of Jesus. Dun sa presensya ni Lord. Huwag po tayong maghanap ng gagawin. Samahan ho natin yung nakakapangyari at gumagawa ng magagandang bagay sa ating buhay. Dahil pag yung sinabi niyang ginawa natin, hindi ho magkukulang. Minsan ho, iniisip ko, bakit ba may pastor na nagkukulang, may naglilingkod na nagkukulang? Isa lang po naisip ko eh. Siguro hindi pinapagawa sa ni Lord yung ginagawa mo. Sinisingil mo lang si Lord kasi gusto mong gawin because you think it's for the Lord. Not everything that is for the Lord is being asked by God for us to do for Him. We have to listen by faith. And this man obeyed by faith. This Samaritan obeyed by faith. He saw what Jesus said. Nakita niya, go show yourself to the priest. Ay pagpupunta ako sa priest, sasabihin niya, malinis na ako. So naisip niya, bumalik siya, sabi niya, malinis na po ako, maraming salamat po. I don't have to go there. Maybe later on, I can go there. Minsan kasi inuuna natin yung ministry kaysa kailan. And there was a time I was guilty of this. I was guilty of this. I would rather spend time with Jesus than do a lot of things. Kung ang gagawin ko lang ay umattend ng party at mag-pray ng may sakit, I love to do that. Di ba? Because Jesus does that. He goes to parties and then He declares, you and your household are safe. Sino gusto pumunta ng party dito? Ha? Ako gusto ko lang. On Tuesday, baka gusto niyo pumunta sa Strams, nandun kami. Hindi, may party lang kami. Yung batch namin. I'll go. Kasi pag nasa party ako, hindi po ako the Spirit of God taught me this. Hindi ako nagpapakalunod sa kasiyahan. I enjoy it. But I'm also sensitive to what God is about to do. Kung wala, wala. Being with people is already a blessing. Thank you, Lord. Kasama ko yung mga batchmates ko. Minsan kasi naghahanap tayo ng talaga, nagtitilim ang panahon. Patitigilin ko ang ulan. But we don't spend time with people. We don't spend time with our friends. This man knows how to spend time with the one who has blessed him and the one who knows will be the hope of the entire world. And he is a Samaritan. And I'll end with this. Verse 19. Then he said to him, rise up and go. Your faith has made you well. If we want to thank God more and more, we should exercise our faith. Faith is being sure of what you hope for and certain of what you do not see. Why? Because you hear it from God. Faith is not just saying, I claim this, I have faith. No. The reason why we're sure and certain because we heard it from God. When I approached my teacher to pray for her, I knew I heard it from God because I was asking, what would I do? Pray. I prayed for her. When I'm walking, I talk to God. It's something that I've learned through the years. And you have to start somewhere to learn it. And be automatic to you. Hindi yan yung... Pag hindi mo nakasanayan, hindi talaga. Malulunod ka lang sa iyong depression. Malulunod ka lang doon sa sitwasyon mo ngayon. There's a lot of things to do in the world. And some of the greatest things we can do in the world has no price to compensate what we have done. The highest compensation, I believe, with all my heart, is someone who volunteers himself. Because what he does is priceless. From the beginning, up to 2 years ago, I did not receive any salary from Nucomm. I work. Because I don't want to be a burden to the people. Kaya ko pang magtrabaho, pero gustong-gusto kong mag-alaga ng tao. At ayokong isumbat ng mga tao sa akin na pinapakain nila ako. Malakas pa ako eh. But the leadership of Nucomm said, we believe it's about time you receive something. Ayoko ng sweldo. Hindi nyo kayang tapatan yung ginagawa ko. Dahil ito ay galing sa Panginoon. Okay? Hindi dahil sa akin. Kapos pa rin po kung kaya kong gawin. I cannot be in all the places at the same time. But I thank the leadership of Nucomm for blessing me. I thank God for raising you up. So just rise up and go. Just like what Jesus said. Rise and go and let your faith lead you to greater heights. Faith is a gift from God that allows us to thank Him more, because when we know what is already at stake for us, we can thank Him in advance. Kaya nga siguro, pag hiningi mo kay Lord, magpasalamat ka na natanggap mo na, kasi nakita mo eh, narinig mo. Faith is being sure of what we hope for. Uwi natin. Now, faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we do not see. Lord, salamat, nakita ko na. Nakita ko na yung joke. Lord, salamat, nakita ko na yung church building na yun. When we were in the US, pag kumakain kami sa labas, pag meron akong design na nakikita na industrial, inukunan ko. Tapos binibigay ko kay Kim, ito ang gusto ko. Ito ang gusto ko. I don't have to see it to believe it. I don't have to see it to thank God. Because by faith, I can see it. Do you? Or are you still looking for signs? Kingdom citizens don't look for signs. Those signs are good. They listen. And when God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit speaks, magpasalamat na tayo. In 2 Corinthians 9 verse 11, this is what it says. You will be enriched in every way so that you can be generous on all occasions. And through us, your generosity will result in thanksgiving to God. God will always enrich us with the things we need. So we will learn. Saying, Lord, bakit mo ba ako binibless? There was a time I was there. Nung birthday po nung mami ko dati, pang ilang birthday mo ba yun? It was 1997. Taga na yun. Birthday po niya, November 17. Birthday ng mami ko na Friday. Sabi niya, Leo, birthday ko, regaluhan kita ng kotse. Regaluhan niya. Birthday na, para ikaw mag-drive, pakainin mo sa labas. And while I was driving that car going to work, I was just asking the Lord, bakit ako may kotse? Eh noon, buso yung Kia eh, brand new yun. Bakit ako may asawa, mabait at maganda, mabait ang magulang ko. You know, I have a good job. Siyempre, pag tinatanong mo yung kay Lord, anong gusto mong marinig na sagot? Eh kasi sumusunod ka, kasi mabait ka. But he answered otherwise, just like he answered the one who was asking him a question. Ang sagot na sa akin, wala lang, kasi mahal kita. And sometimes, naghahanap tayo ng rason, and gawa tayo ng rason para i-bless tayo. Pero you know, our Father just wants to bless us kasi anak tayo. Bilang magulang, you know, we just bless our children. And nakita ko to, God wants to bless us all the time because He's teaching us to thank God, to thank Him, to thank the people around us. Kasi if something good's happening, would you not abound in thanksgiving? Sino nakatanggap ng sapatos this week? Sapatos. Sino nakatanggap ng pabango? Okay. Sino nakatanggap ng pamasahe? Yan. Ako, gusto ko na magpasalamat. Lord, salamat, may 10,000 na kumamaya. Kasi may kanta kami, di ba? 10,000 isang bayad sa amin. 2 oras lang yun. You know, God makes ways and means for life for us to be easy. Tayo lang yung nagpapahirap. If the only thing we have to learn is when God moves, we thank Him. Thank you at higit pa. Can you show that? Ang pagpapasalamat ay nagpapahayag ng di mapigil na pagsamba. Minsan hindi ho tayo makasamba sa spirito at katotohanan kasi hindi naman tayo talaga nagpapasalamat. Sorry. Kasi yung Samaritano, papunta sa sacerdote, bumalik siya. Nagpatira pa, nagpasalamat, sumigaw. Bakit? Nagpapasalamat. Doon mo tayo mag-umpisa sa pagpapasalamat. Siguro ihanda na natin yung sarili natin. Punta natin, Lord, sasambahin kita, magpapasalamat ako sa iyo. Dahil ang pagpapasalamat ay nagpapahayag ng di mapigil na pagsamba. At kahit wala na tayo rito, dahil nagpapasalamat tayo, paglabas natin doon, hihilingin natin kay Lord, Lord, ano pang pwede kong gawin bilang pagsamba sa iyo dahil nagpapasalamat ako. Yung pagtulong ko po sa eskwela ko, at okay na yung buhay na, yung na-recognize ng mga kabatchmates ko, na preacher na ako ngayon, yung pagpapasalamat ng dati kong guro dahil pinag-pray ko siya, bonus na po yun. I just want to worship God and thank Him. Tumayo tayo. There's a lot of things that God wants to give us. But first things first, let's have that attitude of gratitude. Hindi yan personalidad eh. Ganito lang ako talaga mag-worship. Mellow. Cool. Pero sa isang taong labis na nagpapasalamat, di mapipigil ang pagsamba.